So let's see if he can catch up with this one. You ready, man? Go on mute.
Oh no, I was on mute. I was trying to figure out where the hell my shit.
I'm about to say I'll try to run from this one, man. This is gonna be tough. Are
Bad.
you are you ready?
Yeah, what's next?
All right. So this the last one. I didn't walk through, and then it's about to get dark. So let's finish this off with a fun one. So this actually is not even a private debate between me and you. This is a debate across the whole fucking world, which is I think ridiculous. But hey, that's basketball for you. Happy basketball for everybody who didn't know, man. Shout out to everybody who wearing the happy basketball t-shirts. They out now. They actually not. But if y'all want some, just let me know. I'll probably whip something up. Anyway, uh, yeah. Recently had a poll with 10 GMs and some shit like that saying it's a split between KD and Giannis, who is the best player in the NBA. I think that's bullshit, but you don't. You actually think what I think is bullshit, correct?
No, it's clearly KD, but like it's just clear. So like, what's
Yeah.
to talk about? What's really what to talk about?
Oh, you want to make this a short one? Oh,
I'm just
oh,
saying. I'm just
no,
wondering
no,
like
no,
what's
no, no.
really
So look,
the
look. Let
conversation.
me, let me, let. So you went first on these last two. Let me go first. Let me go first. I'm tired of rebuttaling. So why is Giannis the best player in the NBA? Because what else he need to do? He literally went out there, won a championship, won the Finals MVP in historic fashion. If that was anybody else, if that was Kawhi Leonard, if that was Steph Curry, if that was KD, if that was LeBron, if that was fucking James Harden, all the been saying was, "Oh yeah, he the best now." There is no other formula to showing that you're the best player in the NBA than exactly what Giannis did. And yeah, what more can you say? Game, set, match.
Okay, so I guess I was just wondering that's how you did it. Okay, so basically when it comes down to between KD and Giannis for me is like I'm looking at it like who's more stoppable, and the answer is clearly Giannis.
How the
Like
fuck is
so, KD is one of those players that comes along in a generation that you can't stop. You just like he has to be off. He just has to be off. Like there was nothing that when it came down to KD versus or the Nets versus the Bucks this year. This was decided when basically the Nets, who are a top heavy team, when they were down um, basically a piece and a half, right? While the Bucks were crewed up. I like it's not really. I don't see it as really being much of an argument. Like there's a way that you stop Giannis. You have to have the correct personnel in order to do it, but there's a way that you actually stop him, right?
so?
You
Wait,
just don't.
that's not the same thing for KD.
What's the personnel to stop KD?
KD don't have 7 championships. Why he ain't been winning championship? He's
I,
unstoppable.
I'm asking, what's the personnel to stop KD? We have a very you
Uh,
have there's a very specific formula to stop Giannis. You
okay, so
have to
you,
have you,
the formula to stop KD. How about Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andre Iguodala, and Harrison Barnes? How about that one?
that's well the formula probably was closer to Russell Westbrook, but whatever.
I mean, well, again, we talking about the most unstoppable player.
No, I'm saying if we putting Russell Westbrook on his team, that probably help you out. But
I mean, again, KD had how many championships? Two. He's so unstoppable, but
Yeah.
he lost to wait. Was he unstoppable this year?
As far as scoring, are you what you talking about? Like what are you trying
What
to
are
say?
you saying when you call him unstoppable? I'm trying to figure out exactly what are you saying. Okay, he's unstoppable, but I want when you tell me somebody unstoppable, I
So
like the
no,
Michael Jordan. I like the Michael Jordan argument. You like Michael Jordan, me too. So yeah, when you say Michael Jordan unstoppable, I'm like, oh yeah, because well, shit, he got 6 championships when he hit his prime, when he hit his stride, 6 championships. That show's unstoppable. You telling me KD unstoppable because what?
but I'm saying he's unstoppable from a scoring standpoint. Giannis is stoppable. So from a scoring standpoint,
And
he's
you're saying the
unstoppable.
right
There's
person can
never
stop Giannis.
so
The right
so so
person.
so listen. Okay.
If the right person can stop Giannis,
All
okay, that makes
right.
sense. But the right person,
So
but
look,
that,
so
but
look, let me ask you this because when I ask you questions, I'm not asking rhetorical questions, but when it seems like I ask you questions, they're rhetorical. So I'm just trying to make sure. I'm gonna ask you if your questions are rhetorical when you
what
ask me.
what personnel can stop Giannis?
Is that rhetorical or do you want me to answer that?
It's a serious question.
Okay. So the way that you stop Giannis is one, you get back on defense.
Hmm.
Usually, what you want to do is you want to be able to have big enough wings where they can stop Giannis up top and have a big that can meet him at the rim. That's
Hmm.
usually what you want to do. All right.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
that's the plan. All
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
The the problem with that plan is if you don't have that type of personnel, if you have a small-ish team, what happens
Hmm.
is you have your big who has to guard Giannis. And when your big guards Giannis, in the NBA climate that it is now, like he creates contact and it's going to be a foul. So it's really hard in this aspect of the game. When it
So
comes
we,
down to when it
what?
comes down to KD, all right, the
Oh no no
people
no!
who
I don't need you
okay,
to
go
get
ahead.
KD. I don't need you there.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
you when you said what's the personnel that can stop Giannis, I knew you were gonna say strategy because there's a strategy to stop KD also. Wear him
Okay,
down.
what is it?
Wear him down. Why do you think he lost?
Because he played 53 minutes. Like what you mean?
Wear
This
him
they didn't.
down. He missed
But
his last
that's
shot,
from
missed
a
whole
coaching.
goal.
Well, that's
Wear
from a
him down.
coaching stand.
That's what you just did.
So wait,
You
wait,
didn't
wait,
say
wait, wait, wait,
nobody.
wait,
No, wait,
wait,
wait, wait, wait.
wait,
Hold
wait,
up, hold
wait,
up.
wait, wait.
Wait, you didn't
No,
wait.
because
You didn't just give me a coaching strategy?
no, because you just no. That's not the same thing. Like that's not the same
What is
thing.
personnel to you? What is personnel? Because when you say personnel, I think you're saying, oh, Kawhi Leonard could stop this person. You named the strategy. Oh, jam up the lane, stop him from going to all that shit. The same bullshit people were saying, but you didn't name personnel. You talking about, oh, if they had big dudes. I'm telling you, you don't even need big dudes on KD. You need people who gonna play rough on him, and that's gonna throw his game off. See, like you're trying to name somebody who has a weakness, but both of them have a weakness. Last week, you started ranting and raving about how you picked Ben Simmons over Russell Westbrook because of defense. I'm sorry. Who's the better defender out of KD and Giannis? Giannis got defensive player of the year. KD, everybody just starting to give him credit for defense. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm looking at that fucking light. But yeah,
No. Okay, so that was a real question.
yeah, sure, yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay,
trying to
okay.
figure out. You gave Westbrook. You gave Ben Simmons the edge over Westbrook because of defense. You said you don't give a fuck that Westbrook trumps him on everything else. You care about defense. Now, if you go with Giannis and KD, Giannis puts up the same numbers as KD and way better defense. I'm curious, why are you picking KD this time? The less better defender. Because he can shoot?
All right, you ready for me to answer?
Go.
Okay. All right. So basically, what you named was you named how KD's coach handled him. KD's coach had him play 53 minutes. He had him play like not taking any rest. That's not a coaching strategy from the other
Oh
side.
man. So KD
That's what
didn't
you
want to play
named.
53 minutes. So KD didn't
No,
want to play that. You gonna sit here and try to tell me that it was Steve Nash saying, nah, you stay out there. Or that wasn't KD saying, okay, nah, coach, I ain't getting out. You seriously trying to say that's a coaching strategy for KD to play 53 minutes? It's an elimination game. I'll let you hit the reset button on that take, man. Go ahead. You gotta do better than that one.
well, no, I'm wondering because you like when you talk, you ask questions, and when I try to answer your questions, you start talking. So I don't know if your questions are actual questions.
Okay.
All right,
So
so that's why I
I'm a
just
clear.
pause because I don't know which
I
and when your
all
questions
right.
are really questions.
You really think that wasn't KD decision to play 53 minutes?
No, it is KD's decision to play for 53 minutes, but you the coach. You have to understand that you have to sacrifice the production now so he can be fresh later. You have to understand that because you're the coach. Like,
These
why are you
excuses for
there?
we talking about
You know what
player,
I'm
a
saying?
single player.
So no, my thing is, oh, hold on a second.
Why he on
You
pause,
can
man?
still
Y'all
see.
make sure y'all donate to the channel. I know he looking bad, but let's hope he got his last take be strong, y'all. Wait, you still there?
Yeah, give me a second, bro.
All right.
So
Well, while you waiting, make sure y'all check out the full podcast on all platforms, man. It's gonna be me and Keem chopping it up. We're gonna be back
that's
soon.
cool.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna be back soon. And shit, he back. Boom. All right, you go ahead. I got you.
Uh,
You ready?
all right. So what you need me to answer? 'Cause I'm not sure. I'm still here.
Yeah, my bad. All right, yeah. So look, I think I'm actually we're gonna have to get our closing statements on this one. I'm looking at it like this. You when we talk about best player in the NBA, are we giving it to KD? And I know I'm asking a question, but I want you to include this in your closing statements. Are we giving best player to KD because the style of play he have, like what he doing when he on the court, the numbers he's putting up, what we think he is, how cool he is, or are we actually going by what he actually did? Because when I say Giannis is the best player in the NBA, I'm not saying he got the best game. I'm not saying he is the most dominant, but as far as the most skilled, he not. But as far as okay, carry your team to the finals, win the finals MVP, historic fashion, that's where you had to get this man a credit. If you don't give him credit right there, you pretty much shutting any argument about best player down because it's not about winning no more. It's about what style of play you like. And yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm strictly saying Giannis is the best player because he did exactly what you're supposed to do to show, hey, I'm the best player in the NBA. Ain't no fucking Chris Middleton was sitting there saying, oh, okay, it's kind of a debate here or there. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't no Kobe Shaq thing. Well, it was Kobe Shaq in 2000, but just saying, he established himself as the best player that carried his team to a championship. If KD would have done it, if Steph would have done it, if Harden would have done it, if LeBron would have done it, we'd have been calling the best player in the NBA. Let's not shortchange this man. Close him out.
All right. So we having two different arguments. All right. So what we talking about what Giannis has done over the past 3 years? Any player doing that, we giving him the reign of best player. All right. You got two MVPs. He went to the finals. He got a defensive player of the year, and he's a finals MVP. So we talking about is what Giannis has done over the last 3 years, right? So your argument is based on accomplishment. My argument is based on who would I rather have on my team. So if I'm talking about if I'm building a team right now, first player that I'm picking is going to be Kevin Durant. Second player coming off the board is probably Giannis. But if we talking about who do you rather have, who am I building around, it's going to be Kevin Durant, and that's why my argument is the way that my argument is. If we talking about who's more accomplished over the last 3 years, it's definitely Giannis. It's definitely Giannis. We not that's not my argument at all. My argument is who would I rather have on my team? Who would I rather build my team around? And that's going to be Kevin Durant.
I'm not mad at you about that because I probably will go the same route. But Kevin Durant have his flaws too, and I think again you shaded away from your Ben Simmons argument against Westbrook because Giannis is hands down better defender than KD.
So
So
if I'm talking about that, like to me, Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook have to be secondary players. You don't want them like being a primary scorer on your team. Like you don't want them really being primary distributors. Like they are second, third options at best. Like I think they're second or third options. And when I look at Russell Westbrook has to be a second or third option to a very particular set of people. I think Ben Simmons fits more when it comes down to being a third option. I don't think either one of them are somebody who we want to build around. But
well,
I'm
that's
saying if we're looking at
wait,
a
wait,
third,
but you
we're
you
looking at a
you're
third
playing to
option.
my argument. You're playing to my argument. They both are second or third option players, but you pick one because of a defensive edge. Giannis and
But
KD are both first option players. You pick one, but the other one has a defensive edge.
I know that's still like if we shifted toward Steph and Chris Paul, like you're gonna pick Steph over Chris Paul every day. And it's because when it comes down to offense, his offense trumps Chris Paul's defense. Like what I'm saying is Westbrook don't have that offense like a KD or a Steph or any other players who I would pick that would just impact the team offensively that I would just be like, yeah, I really want this person to build around. He's not that guy. Like
Man,
he gotta play defense.
don't bring Chris Paul no trophy having ass in this conversation, dog. Save his ass for another day, man. Look, I think you still you felt like you got it
Top
off your
five,
chest.
top five, dead or alive.
That's Jadakiss. But anyway, you got what you wanted to get off your chest before we wrap this shit up.
Hey, wrap it up, man. I need to go ahead and make my money in this draft right quick.
I feel like I'm gonna put your name back on there. Shit, you already know how to close them out. Let them know how you want them to remember you till we see you again.
Chris Paul, top five, dead or alive. You dig?
Dude be having bad looks, man. Look, appreciate you, G. We gonna have many more of these. I might have to use this for the podcast. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm in this Hurricane Ida situation. But besides that, please everybody be safe when it comes to that situation. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to everybody showing love. Shout out to everybody supporting the movement. Of course, we got the Cash App Championship Ringside. Support us. Facebook Championship Ringside. Instagram Championship Ringside. I mean, no, Instagram Championship _ Ringside. Twitter Champ Ringside. Email championshipringside.com. You already on the YouTube channel. You might as well share that shit with somebody who you think either we both goofy, one of us goofy. I don't know. We talking some dumb shit. Just go ahead and share it with anybody. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Cause apparently he feel like he not persuaded, so you need to tell him about himself in the comments. Besides that,